Hey, Shelby, do you have a paper towel? Thank you. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Happy New Year's Eve, I should say. I guess it's for me, I'm like, oh, it's Tuesday. But some people celebrate New Year's Eve. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna be in bed by 9 o'clock.
Did you spill your drink?
No, I did not. My thing is all here. Just wipe everybody's face. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, we're good. Thank you, Shelby. All right, let me hop on over to YouTube real quick and fix this. Thank you, everybody, for purchasing items from the Buy It Now. As a reminder, I stick items in the Buy It Now from around the marketplace. So when you buy pieces from the Buy It Now, you're supporting our sellers that are a lot of Buy It Now sellers. I try to go through and pick our Buy It Now sellers. All right, let me see. Good morning. Hello. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna move my laptop over here because it's hard with our notes to do it at that angle. Ooh. Gosh, my New Year's resolution is to get this jewelry stuff cleaned up. Jewelry everywhere. All right, let me do this. All right, YouTube Studio. Once I get this turned over, we will get started. I know last week I said we weren't doing a coffee chat today, but we've got some stuff to talk about. I will reiterate some things next week. We'll go over all this stuff again. So just in case, some people missed it because they, I get it. A lot of people are just, taking a break for the holidays. So let's see, subscribers. Here we go. Months. 6 months. So you will have to have been subscribed for 6 months in order to comment if you are over on YouTube. But you can still watch. And if you would like to come and hang out with us on Niknax, you are more than welcome to come and hang out with us on Niknax.net. And that's what we're talking about today. So this is our coffee chat. And we typically talk about things that are happening here on Niknax, which is my marketplace on District. We have over 33,000 members. Are we at 4,000 sellers? I added some sellers this week. We might be there. I'm going to switch over. I'm going to check our notes. Good morning. Hello, everybody. All right, I'm going to switch over. I know Christina was finalizing the notes. I don't see none of them yet. Oh, they just popped through. Maybe. All right, let me get a little bit here so that if I do need to show you my computer, I can. I'm gonna move my my necklaces out of the way. Bueller, you like my shirt? I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna wear this one today. I think the last time I wore this, what event were we doing the last time I wore this? I forget. I wore this for one of our Niknax things. Like, oh, this is a good shirt for this event. All right, let me see. Happy New Year's Eve! All right, yeah. Let's get all this jewelry out of the way. There we go. All right, now we're all set. And I got my notes. I feel taller today. I feel like the stool got taller. Maybe I got shorter. I don't know. Jody, you got the witch ball. Yay! All right, so I'm going to refer to our notes today. So we are currently at 33,750 members on Niknax. It's very exciting. We have 727 new members since December 17th. Is that a week? Is that 7 days? No. Is that 7 days? That's 14 days. That's 2 weeks. I'm like, Whoa, that's a record. But if you split it in half, that's, about that average. So 727. You're trying to throw me off, Christina. I'm like, whoa, we're like smashing records. But yeah, 727 since December 17th, which is, pretty cool. It's a pretty cool number. Do I not have it in the bind? Stand by. Let me at it real quick. Coffee. On hang on, stand by. I like, I'm gonna add everybody else's stuff to the buy it now, and then sometimes I forget to add my coffee. All right, let me see. Alrighty, and it's in. Okay, we're good. Okay, coffee is in. You're very welcome. Thank you for asking. All right, we have 3,942 sellers. I have added 52 new sellers. So that's exciting. 52. Welcome, all of our new sellers. Welcome to Niknax. If you would like to apply to go live, you can find a chat channel on the page, on the homepage. You go to the chat channel. You can schedule an onboarding session with Sienna. And you will need to go. It's not like you have to apply to go live, but she will go through all of the bells and whistles, all the things that you need to know when you go live, so that you know how to work it, basically. What do I sell? I sell lots of things. But today I'm not selling anything. Today I am mostly just talking. It's kind of boring. Yes, we have crossed 3 million. Yes, we have. We have. Yes. Woohoo! Celebrate. We have. Sorry, still a little scratchy here. We have over 91,400 listings, which is very exciting. That's a lot of buy it now listings. So if you're out there in the universe and you want to come shopping on Niknax.net, I'm sure our sellers would absolutely love it. So hop on over here, check it out, do some browsing. I actually got a message. I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna jump ahead, Christina. I got a message from Nancy Z. That she purchased all of her Christmas gifts from Niknax, all vintage, and her family was absolutely thrilled. So come on over to Niknax, do a little shopping. It's fun. Your family will love it. Hopefully, maybe Nancy's family loved it. So come on over, browse around, see what you can find. Support our sellers. I know that they appreciate it. So, yay, Nancy Z! All right. So let's talk about Mainly Made. We have 2,174 members. That's 36 new members since December 17th. If you don't know about Mainly Made, it is our sister marketplace. So we have Niknax, and then we have like an offshoot of Niknax, and it is Mainly Made. It is all handmade. So if you like handmade items, if you like crafty stuff, go and check out Mainly Made. You can support our artists over there. It is district.net/Mainly Made. Not Manly Made. We've been through this before. You don't want to go there. You want to go to Mainly Made. So go and check it out. There are a lot of fun demonstrations, hangouts, stuff like that. And it's a great place to be. Our artists are all very fun people, very, very welcoming. So go and check it out. Mainly Made. Do a little shopping. There are 404 sellers on Mainly Made. 404 sellers. 3,100 listings. That's 200 new listings. 200 new listings. So Go do a little shopping. I mean, you guys, I mean, if you got any Christmas money to spend, you know, you've gifted any, like, there you go. Go buy yourself something special. Happy New Year's Eve. Yes, I was actually going to ask this while I was waiting for the notes to come through, but what are your resolutions for the new year? Does anyone have any, like, goals related to reselling, or not related to reselling, but does anyone have any goals for 2025? So many goals, so many goals. So many goals. Sell it all, sell it all. I love it. Sell it all. Reach 2,000 items. How do I do it all? Organize and purge. Yeah, I think I'm right there along with you, Christina. I am purging also. Sell 5,000 like Christina. There you go. Stay organized and hit 10,000 sales. I love it. Buy a house. Awesome. I love that. That's a good goal. That is a good goal. Sell my sculpture. There. Yes, absolutely. Shop the shelves. Oh my gosh, I love it. We should create, I was gonna say, we should create a chat channel that's like your goals for 2025. And then we should all, like, just hold each other, like, you know, accountable and be like, you got this. We can do it. You know, I love that. Yeah. I think that would be an awesome idea. But yeah, 2025, it's crazy. I'm excited. I've got goals for 2025. I've got lots of goals for 2025. One of them is to grow Niknax to the next level. I'm excited to see where we're going to be this time next year. I think it's going to be amazing. I never expected we'd be here last year, so who knows? Kind of wild. It's cray cray. It is cray cray. Let me tell you. It's been an epic 2024, so it's going to be an even more epic 2025. That's for sure. All right, so we have a new calendar. It's located in the events channel. So let me see here. Let me get us to the events channel on Niknax.net. 1,000 sales. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. All right, let me see. Calendar events. All right, I'm going to turn you guys around. Hopefully my back lenses are clean. Here we go. Calendar of events. So we're going to click here. Oops, I already clicked there. We're going to click here. And here's the new calendar of events. It looks a little different going into 2025. We're no longer using the spreadsheet. We are now using Google Calendar. So it's looking a little different. But it's not very filled in yet. But you can see we have our Fast Friday freights on here. If we go to January, how does this work? Oh, month. I don't even know how to use this thing. Oh, there we go. We're in January now. Look, there's more here in January. So we have our Niknax sponsored event here. And I'll talk about that a little bit when we get to it in the notes. And we have another event coming up this weekend that we're going to talk about. All right. So this is what's happening in January. So if you go to the calendar of events, you will see what's going on. But I'll get to that in our notes. So new calendar of events, a little bit easier to navigate, except unless you're me and you can't figure out how to work a calendar. Let me turn you guys back around. Oh, shoot. All right, let me get back to our notes. All right. If you are a conductor of a train and you do not see your event on the calendar, you need to contact Christina. Her new email is Christina@Niknax.net. Simple, easy. Christina at Niknax.net. I will go through the applications on Mainly Made. I need to do that. There's a what is it called? A motive to my madness. I don't know the expression. But anyway, there is all right, let's talk about what's new. A method to my madness. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys. I did not have enough coffee this morning. I tipped Amanda off a little bit a month or so ago. Anyway, so new in 2025. now everyone's gonna be coming to Amanda. They're gonna be like, what is going on? What is going on? Yeah, I just threw you in there. Sorry, Amanda. All right. What does that smell? It smells like gas. What time is it? Oh, they're probably lighting the gas fireplace downstairs. That's what I'm smelling. Oh, thank you, Jerry. All right. Let's see. New in 2025. Sorry, I gotta focus. I'm like distracted by smells. I can't help it. So we're gonna have an update in the guidelines. Yes, I'm trying to decipher this. We have had an update in the guidelines regarding jewelry. We're cracking down on jewelry. Yes, we're cracking down on jewelry. We've been saying this for weeks. We're cracking down on jewelry, specifically items that are sourced or that come from Temu, AliExpress, the Shein, all of those places. So we're cracking down on that. If I see the listings out there on the marketplace, I'm deleting them. so if your listings are disappearing, if you're like, I had 500 listings, why do I have 450? It's because I deleted them. It's because I saw them and I was like, that's Temu, and then I deleted them. I haven't been sending out warnings since Christmas. Normally the protocol is I see the jewelry, I send the warning, and I let you know that I've seen the jewelry, and then I've either deleted it or I'm asking you to delete it. But if it's the holidays, which it has been, I've been holding back sending the warnings because it's the holidays and I don't want anyone to be like, nah. So I'm waiting. I sent out a few before the holidays, but then like as soon as Christmas Eve hit, I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold off a little bit, and I'm waiting until after the new year. So we're waiting. So get ready. If you're feeling a little guilty and you're like, oh gosh, I got a message coming to me after the new year, you might want to get in your store and clean it up because I've got a backlog. So just be mindful. I mean, yes, and I've said this a million times. We understand that a few pieces are going to slip through. I will admit, I'm going to say, Claudine, thank you. Don't shoot the messenger. Last night, was it last night? Was this last night? My days before together. I sold it. I sold it to Cancer. That it's been sitting on my table for how many live sales? Do you guys know the one with the grapes? Everyone was joking that it looked like a bong, and it was so funny. It was I was sitting out there for so long. After the sale, Claudine messages me. She sends me a listing that's Shein. So this thing is Shein, and I'm like, oh crap, what have I done? I'm cracking down on this all across the marketplace, and she sends me the Shein thing, and I'm like, of course. So I'm guilty. I'm just as guilty as everyone else. Things are going to slip through the cracks. But you know what I did is I reached out to the buyer I said, I'm very sorry that I realized this after the fact. I'm refunding you in full. I'm still sending the item. Happy holidays. So that's that's what I did as the seller. You don't have to do that. You can take a different route. You can reach out to them and say, hey, I realized after the fact that this is in fact Temu. I'd be more than willing to send it to you, or cancel the sale. Just let me know how you would like me to proceed. There's different routes you can take, but it comes back on you, to take that step and display how your integrity. You know what I mean? Like, how do you want to be seen as a seller? So just think that through. Yeah, there are repros. Yeah, and maybe it's not. Maybe that piece was the original and it wasn't. But I don't want to. I don't want that on my conscience. I don't want that on my conscience. And so I got it at Goodwill. I maybe paid $5 for it. And so I'm not really losing out on too much. So I felt that was what I needed to do. I didn't want that on my conscience. I was like, you know what? Here you go. So that's just something to keep in mind. I know things are going to slip through the cracks. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But what we're concerned about is when we see a pattern, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for patterns. So if we see consistency, if we see things going through, like if a seller has lots and lots and lots of pieces, that are sourced, like if we're like, oh my gosh, where are they getting all these pieces that are and we're, if we see like 3 pieces go through, then we're watching that seller and we're watching them for a while. And we're like, oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. And it's not like we're just like reacting. Like, we're watching, we're monitoring. So I don't want you guys to feel like, oh no, I just sold a piece of Temu, they're going to come down on me. It's not like that. It's not like that. We're just trying to keep the marketplace safe. We want our buyers to feel like we want our buyers to feel safe here. We want them to feel protected, confident, that we have their backs. But we also want our sellers to know that we have their backs, because if we have sellers that are selling pieces that aren't up to par, it's kind of bringing down the whole marketplace. It's bringing down the whole marketplace. It's hurting our sellers who are bringing the good stuff, because it's bringing down the quality of the whole marketplace. So we've got we just want everybody to know we've got our sellers' backs, we've got our buyers' backs, and we're doing our best. We're doing our best with what we've got. So, and we're going to continue to do that for as long as we can. Even if it means hiring a whole team of people to scour the marketplace. No, I'm not that neurotic. Okay, moving on. So, so that's my speech about the jewelry. We will also be looking into things besides jewelry. We're also watching for things besides jewelry, but jewelry seems to be the root of all evil at the moment. So that's where we're focused. All right, so we are focused on jewelry. And the reason that we're so focused on it is because it's such a problem on other marketplaces, and not market, but platforms. It's such a problem on other platforms. And so we want to be different. We want to stand apart. We want Ashton's calling me to DoorDash him water or something. We want buyers to, on other platforms, to be like, hey, I don't like all the knockoffs, all the crap I'm seeing on this platform. I want to go over to Niknax because I know that they are monitoring this. They've got it under control. They've got my back. We want those buyers here. We want them to buy with confidence on Niknax, because we're watching. We got this. So that's what we want. So that's what we're doing. So anyway, let's see. Send me a message. that'll help me look for your application. I think I have over I have 670 applications right now. So send me a message, and I will look specifically for your application. All right, let's see. Okay, so I talked last week about our blog. I don't know what that means, Christina. Send it in Facebook. You're sending me text. I have Facebook open right here. Send it to me on Facebook. We're starting a blog. I talked about this last week, but if you missed Coffee Chat last week, we as you probably know, hopefully know, Logan has been a part of our team since the beginning. He is also an admin on my Facebook group, All Things Thrifters and Pickers. Over on Facebook, it's like 70,000 members. But he is also a part of our team here. And going into 2025, one of my goals, we're talking about goals, was to bring him into a bigger, more prestigious role on on Niknax. And so we're going to be introducing a blog, a Niknax blog. And he is going to be the editor and head writer of this blog. He's going to be the guy in charge, basically. So he is going to be in charge of the blog. We're going to be posting it on Facebook. On Facebook. So essentially what this entails is Logan is going to be creating articles, but it's also going to be so up his alley. He is so knowledgeable, and I think it's going to benefit everybody on the marketplace. It's going to benefit everybody. So he's going to be writing articles, but it's also going to give our members an opportunity, because we are going to be accepting member articles. Just because I just need to say, just because you have submitted an article for the blog does not mean that we're going to be accepting every article. All right. That is important. But if we were to accept your article, if you were to submit an article and we were to accept it and publish it in the blog, it would be posted potentially across Crazy Lamp Lady, the Niknax Facebook page, Crazy Lamp Lady Facebook page, Niknax Facebook page, obviously the blog, and whoever subscribes to the blog. So we would push it out, and it would give you obviously recognition on Niknax. I think one of the expectations of the blog is that you're going to be required to include your seller name if you're a seller, or your member name if you're a member and technically maybe you're not a seller, and one of your favorite items you have listed on Niknax, or one of your favorite items you've bought on Niknax. So that's going to be like one of the little blurbs at the bottom of the blog. So that's what we're going to be doing going into 2025. I'm very excited about this. I think it's going to be an amazing project, and I think Logan is the perfect person for this. So you can expect that in 2025. And blurb. So I think that's going to be awesome. Yes. So I'm not sure how it's going to transpire. I don't know if for the first month, it's going to take a little while to get it off the ground, figure out all of the working parts and how it's going to go. Probably photos and text. I don't know if we'll be able to do video. I don't know yet what hosting site we're going to use. I'm thinking we're going to use Wix. I've never used Wix before. I've always used WordPress. But I've been doing a little research, and I think we're going to use Wix. So I'm gonna have to play around with it a little bit, because I'm like, I work best. I learn best by just fiddling around with it. So I'm gonna fiddle around with it. I've found that WordPress is very clunky, and I have a hard time using it, because that's how I started my blog way back when, before Crazy Land. Like I used it allows for video. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I used WordPress when I started out like 10 years ago before Crazy Lamp Lady and before Relic Recoverist, and it was just very clunky and hard to use. So I think I'm going to look into Wix. Yes. So also we have the new email for community. And I've talked about this before. We have a new help desk. So if you have any issues on the marketplace, you can contact the help, our team. So any technical issues, any issues involving orders, stuff like that, like if it's specific to like needing a return or like technical stuff, you will still be sending that to support@district.net. Stuff involving the marketplace, interpersonal relationships. I don't know if that's the right thing, but relationships between sellers and buyers. I don't know, but stuff around the marketplace specifically can be sent to our team. So you will send that to community@Niknax.net. Community stuff. So if there's issues around the community, you can send that to us. And if you're not sure and you send it to us, we can always refer you to district. But yes, community@Niknax.net is going to be our team. We're not like outsourcing. It's coming into our team, and we can kind of work it through it with you. So community@Niknax.net, which was formerly just Christina's email, is now coming into like this catch-all. And so it's seen by our team, and we can decide who can like answer it the best. And so that's where you will want to send emails if you're having any issues. That way it's not like, because I get private messages, Mary gets private messages, Christina gets private messages, but if it's all going into one place, it helps us respond to it. Because if Christina misses something, or I miss something, because I get a lot of messages. I just went through all my messages today to see what fell through the cracks. I think Charlene sent me a message a while back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never responded to this. So stuff. I mean, I'm getting so many messages now that things are starting to fall through the cracks. So this was in an effort to be able to catch all the mess. So if I miss something, Mary's going to catch it. If Mary misses something, Christina's going to catch it. So I think that's really important. So that's the problem. That's why we created this email, is because it's gotten to the point, and people are reaching out to me now. And there's nothing wrong with this, but it's getting to the point where I'm getting so many emails about like, hey, this video I saw on Facebook, do you still have this item, or do you still have that item? And so it's starting to. Whereas before I'm like, just message me. I don't have that many messages yet. And now it's starting to build, because people know that's where I respond to messages. So it's getting a little built up. So if you want to contact the team, community@Niknax.net, and one of us will be able to respond to you. Or they'll be like, hey, Jocelyn, did you respond to that message yet that was directed at you? And I'll be like, oh, thank you for the reminder. So there's that too. They can hold me accountable for responding to messages. So, let's see. I'm going to skip that for now. We might talk about that next week. We made an update to the guidelines. It's a very simple update, but real quick, let me pull that up. Do I have the guidelines? No, I don't. Google. Hang on, I gotta pull up Google Docs. I'm just gonna pull up our guidelines. It's a really simple. We added 2 words to the guidelines. So I want to pull those up real quick. I highlighted them under prohibited items. All right, I'm gonna show you guys around. Here we go. The update to the guidelines is domestic or foreign. We added domestic. Before it was just foreign, but we've added domestic. So Niknax restricted and prohibited goods include perishable or expired goods, mass-produced cosmetics and lotions, misleading reproduction or counterfeit items, mass-produced low-quality bulk items from domestic or foreign sources, including but not limited to Temu, Amazon, AliExpress, and Shein. Wholesale custom products from domestic or foreign sources. Offensive or polarizing items that express sexual content, hatred, or racism. So those that's now our restricted and prohibited goods. We added domestic just to kind of rule out items, that are made here in the US but may not be up to par. Yeah, that needs to be added. So there's a lot of things we can add to this list. The reason that's not on the list is because here it says, in addition to seller guidelines, seller are also subject to Stripe and district policies and guidelines on restricted and prohibited goods. See additional resources below. If you go through these items, it includes ivory. So that's all in through here. And if you go to Stripe prohibited goods, let's see if I can open that. They've got it's intense, but there's a lot on there. It's kind of intense. Weapons, firearms, explosives. There's tobacco products on here. Cannabis, obviously. But yeah, so there's a really big long list. And if you're not aware, you should probably go through that. But so the stuff that we have in our list is specific to our marketplace, but ivory is federal law. So, that's, we can add it, but I feel like it's this, our sellers should be aware of stuff like this. So this is the umbrella that umbrellas over Niknax. All right. So that's, that's on Stripe and District. They both have, yes, there are links to the pages. There are links to the pages on our guidelines. So you can click on the links, you can go, you can browse through, and you can see what is prohibited by, I don't know the answer to that, but you can always reach out to support at District and ask for clarification. So they can always provide clarification for you. And there's been times where somebody's asked me and I don't know the answer, and I have referred them to District. Hey, why don't you ask Sienna? Because I don't know. So if I don't know the answer, I'm not going to try to pretend like I know the answer. I'm going to refer you to District. I'm I don't know. I'm gonna refer you to District on this one. Okay, so let's talk about events. So I want to give a big shout out to Jenny K. She has led the Glass Locomotive for the past year. It was our first 2-day train on Niknax. And I remember the first time she did it, I was like, whoa. This was before we had the ability to DM. So can you imagine pulling together a train on Niknax without the ability to DM? And she pulled together this 2-day train, no DMing, and she made it happen. Her train has never derailed. and she's done it for about a year. She's made it happen. So she deserves the kudos for that. We've talked to Jenny. She is going to take a step back from doing the Glass Locomotive. But I feel like she definitely needs credit. She needs the shout out for making it happen for the whole year. It's a pretty impressive feat for one person. Kind of crazy, honestly. I'm like, that's wild to do a 2-day trade as one person. But she did it. And she did it for a year, first weekend of every month. Yeah, and it never crashed. So kudos to Jenny. Going into 2025, next weekend, we are going to do a little bit of a mix-up. We are going to, as Niknax, we are going to switch, and we are going to lead the train this weekend, as the Niknax team. So we're going to lead the team we're going to lead the train next week. So there's going to be a few changes as we lead the train. That includes switching it from monthly. So we're not going to be doing it monthly anymore. We are going to switch it to quarterly because monthly is a lot. Monthly is a lot. Yes, we're gonna do it quarterly. That's one of the decisions that we made. Also, I think we're going to do half-hour slots instead of hourly slots. So we're gonna switch to half hours, just to keep momentum going. So if you were signed up for the January glass train, there is a schedule. Did we post that, Christina? I don't know if we posted that. No, okay. We have a schedule. So if you were signed up for the train, essentially, if you had an hour, we either we shrunk your slot to a half hour, or you got a DM. And if you responded to the DM and you moved to a different spot, that's fine. So we're just kind of doing a little shuffling. The event is this weekend. So we kind of need to, as a marketplace, we need to like get it happening. I'm promoting it in my YouTube videos starting this evening, and then again on Friday. So we're gonna try to get some oomph behind it. And we're gonna call it the Glass Gallery, Niknax Glass Gallery. Some oomph going into 2025. Jenny is still going to be a part of it. She is on, I think, Saturday. She's on Saturday. So Jenny's still going to be a part of it on Saturday. And yeah, so that's what we're doing going into 2025. I just think it was a very large undertaking, and she rocked it all through 2024. So going into 2025, we're just we're just taking it into 2025. We're revamping it, yeah, pretty much, because it was a lot. I can't imagine running it. Even because I was thinking about it, and I was like, she starts even earlier than we start our Niknax trains, and she goes even later, and I'm like, that's even longer than we do, and we have a whole team. So kudos. I just can't imagine. So that's what's going on with that. We are going to have a new graphic that we will be posting. But if you're not following Jenny K, make sure you give her a follow. I think she does plan on going live on Friday. So stay tuned for that. Let's see. So I had an idea for the glass train that I thought would be kind of fun. Maybe do a little bit of a competition. I don't know. This is up to you guys. You let me know. Give me your feedback. If we did a little bit of a competition for the glass train, and whoever sells a piece. No. No, I was talking about the glass train, but we can do it for both. But when I had that idea, it was for this. So whoever sells their piece for the most money. So like, I know. I could tell you were like in a panic mode. Nope. Because I saw your note and I was like, I laughed because I'm like, I'm going to make her panic. Whoever sells their piece for the most money will have first dibs in the next train for like slot. So they get their pick on the next time slot for the next train, along with one of their friends. So they get to pick a friend, and they both get first dibs on a slot in the next train. Niknax sponsored. Do you guys like that idea? Is that a fun idea? Is that fun? Okay, I didn't know if that was like enough incentive to make it fun. Okay. So I don't know. Well, we're gonna start. We're gonna like it's gonna be this weekend. So it's January. What are the dates? Calling me again. It's this week, 4th and 5th. So it's gonna be like a brand new slate. Gonna be a brand new slate. So it'll just be like a fun little competition among sellers. I'm not in the competition. I think that mods and admins shouldn't be included. I'm gonna make that rule. Mods and admins don't count. Well, mods can be in on it. We'll say mods can count, unless they bow out. Unless they bow out. But I feel like admins aren't allowed, especially if they're on payroll. If you're on payroll, you're not allowed. Okay. So, and then maybe we'll do that for the Fenton as well. And Fenton is in February. We're doing Fenton the weekend of the 21st. Okay. We're doing Fenton the weekend of the 21st of February. Okay. That's going to be February. January. Do we have January in here? Am I good? I'm jumping ahead. I'll get to that. We're gonna take a break, and we're gonna do our "You Can't Buy That Here" series. Okay, is everybody ready? Let me pull up Temu. All right, so every week, we started this 2 weeks ago. We're doing this segment in Coffee Chat called "You Can't Buy That Here," and we go over to Temu and we search for items, contemporary costume jewelry that you can't buy here on Niknax. My gosh, this is so funny. Before I type anything in, I have to show you what automatically came up on Temu. Look at this. This is what it suggested to me to look up. It's like, is this what you're looking up? That's not what I'm looking up, Temu. I actually wanted to look up costume jewelry. That's kind of funny. I think tracking the most profit from purchase price might be hard. What does it want me to do? I don't want to enter my email. What is this? It's never done this before. Temu. Since when does it make you sign in? Oh, there we go. All right. So this segment, I know they're like, we know what you're up to. All right. So we're going to do some scrolling. I'm going to show you some of the things here on Temu that you should not be able to buy on Niknax. And if you see these items on Niknax, you shouldn't be seeing them on Niknax. I'm trying to think. So what are some of the, you know what, let's look up necklaces. I feel like the necklaces are getting through a lot. That seems to be, so let's do vintage necklace. Vintage necklace. All right, so you got to watch out for the cameos, because that's a thing. Let's see. This one we actually had on Niknax. That was one we had on Niknax. I actually had to get rid of that one. So I got rid of that one. Oh man, what is that? Are those teacups? Oh my gosh, those are teacups. Look at this. I'll show you guys this. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to find it. I have these sterling silver teacup earrings that kind of look like that, but mine are signed. Mine are designer. But dragonflies. Look at that. That's actually pretty cool. If it was real, I'd kind of be excited about it. Shells. So this one kind of looks like it wants to be Silpata. Silpata, is that how you say it? A little seashell and a clam. I mean, I'm not saying it's not cute stuff. I'm just saying I don't want our sellers selling this when it can be purchased over here, for pennies on the dollar, because then people are going to feel ripped off. If they find it over here after they've purchased it on Niknax, for $20-$40, it's like, I'm gonna feel bad about that. It's not vintage. No, it's brand new. But look, my search was for vintage, and obviously this is not vintage. It's just vintage style. So this is why I do this segment, just to make you guys aware of these are the pieces that they're putting out. This is the stuff that's happening. So just so that you can be aware and you can be informed, as you're browsing Niknax. As I say every week, I don't want anyone being called out during their show. If it's a live show, I don't want anyone being called out. Like, don't call anyone out live. That's not nice. That's not fair. Maybe like Claudine did. I mean, she didn't call me out live. She messaged me. I mean, I wouldn't have minded if she called me out live, but that's me personally. I would have been like, oh shoot, I'm going to set that aside. But not every seller is like that. I appreciate that she messaged me after the fact so I could make it right. And I feel like if you do notice something, message the seller after the fact. And if you don't get a nice, kind response from the seller, like, oh shoot, I didn't know that, you can always reach out to community@niknax.net, and we will do our best to make sure that it is fixed. All right. So this is your segment of you can't buy that here. But there you go. So it's unfortunate that, and a lot of these pieces do resemble, I have one just like that. Oh, here. I'll show you. Look. This one is real. I mean, this one is 925. It's heavy. It's real stones. But it's me. Yeah. Yeah, the photos are stolen. Yep. A lot of the photos are stolen. I was looking at one the other day. It actually had Monet stamped on it. Yep. Yes, I can look up glass critters. We can do that. Let's do glass figurine. We'll do glass animal. So there's a lot of glass animals here. So this is one of the issues I have with the glass animals. It's such a shame because I love these. So when I buy the glass animals, I like to see them with the context of a vintage label. That's really important to me, finding them with a vintage label or with other pieces that have vintage labels. Like if there's like 3 or 4 with a vintage label, I feel pretty confident that they're all vintage. But if there's a whole bunch of these and I'm buying them, I'm always a little suspicious. So as a seller, I think it's important to always have your guard up, especially nowadays, because it's so hard. It's so hard. I mean, I see Temu stuff in booths all the time now as I'm out shopping. And I mean, I'm able to recognize it because I'm scrolling through here and I'm looking and I'm seeing what's available out there. All right. So there you go. There's just a peek. And you can go on Temu, you can scroll through yourself as long as they don't try to make you enter your information, which I would very much discourage you from doing. I would make sure you don't. These are actually kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie. Those are cute. But I would discourage you from entering any personal information into Temu because they're just trying to mine your data. I believe that 100%. All right. I don't know if they sell fake tonella. I don't know that. I'm not sure. But anyway, now that we've lost 200 people, let me continue with our notes. I'm gonna put my coat on real quick. Oh no, you bought the glass frog. Oh man. Well, like somebody said earlier, they do steal photos from other places, you know? So I saw a piece the other day that actually was on Temu, but it had the Monet stamp on the back. Like they stole the picture of the vintage Monet. I like to see Chris Monet. They stole the picture of the Monet pin for their listing. But I guarantee when you bought it, you didn't get that. So also keep that in mind. So there's just so many little things, you know. But for the most part, if you're looking like lots of pieces with the big bling, the back, like you just have to look at the little things. Just be mindful of that. Be aware as a buyer, be aware as a seller. Okay, I'll check your message. So that's our segment of you can't buy that here. Yeah, nobody can stop them. It's a shame. I mean, I wish that maybe we could get something in place on a federal level to like make sure that they have to stop doing it. But I don't think it's ever going to happen. So we just have to be careful as sellers sourcing these things, and also as buyers. It's a shame. We have to be extra vigilant these days. Okay, so let's talk about listings. Please make sure, we talked about this last week, please make sure that you are including things in your description. Okay, make sure that you're including measurements and condition in your description. It's very important. Even if you are taking your item from a live sale, which doesn't really take a whole lot. Like if I'm doing a live sale, I don't always have like the best listing photos or anything. And then I'm converting it into a buy it now. When you convert it into a buy it now, make sure you're updating that information because it's a requirement. Yes, even if the condition is photoed, you have to have condition and measurements. It's part of our guidelines. It's required. It is required. So you have to have, we're seeing a lot, and photos as well. We're seeing just like one photo. What does that do? Like I get if you're like doing a live sale and you're actually showing the item live, but once you convert it to a buy it now and you just have one photo, what is that going to do? Like I like to see every angle, the bottom, the inside, the edge, a close-up of the design. Like if you're going to sell that item in a buy it now, it's different than selling it live, because if you're selling it live, you're showing all the angles. You're like, oh, and you're talking about the piece. But if you're selling it buy it now, like that's the only reference they have. So you better be showing the whole piece. So please, if you're doing buy it now listings, make sure that you're following the guidelines. You're including measurements, condition, and photos. Like we're not saying you have to like have 20 photos, but make sure you're covering like all the photos. All right. Yeah. Some people come in late to lives and miss. Oh, that's also, let's backtrack a little. For the glass gallery sale this weekend, Also, for any future Niknax events, I want to encourage all of you to preload. We've talked about this before, but I want to encourage all of you to preload your sales, because I am going to be talking about these sales on YouTube. I'm almost about to hit 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. My Facebook is at 375,000 followers, and I'm talking about these sales. People are coming over. They're looking around. They're going into these sales. If you have these items preloaded, they're looking around, they're checking them out, they're clicking around. And if you have your items preloaded and they can look and they can shop and they can throw a pre-bid at this or a pre-bid at that, like, your items are getting attention. So please, I would encourage you, like, it benefits you to be preloaded. Okay. So I'm not saying you have to be preloaded. I'm just saying, like, it will benefit you. It will help you to be preloaded. So I know it's not always an option. It's not always an option, but it will help you. So preload. Make sure you have items in your buy it now. It's a good thing. All right. So preload. All right. Let's see. Using host notes. Yeah. Remember, we have host notes now. Host notes are awesome. I would encourage you guys, if you have a code for first-time buyers, make sure you're putting it in your host notes. I think, what was it? Since I've been doing these table sales, we've been bringing a lot of people into Niknax. Let me see real quick. I'll give you guys a peek at our insights. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's see. Insights. So when new people come into Niknax, I usually tell them, I'm like, hey, make sure. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm not giving away any important information. Okay. I usually tell them, I'm like, hey, make sure that, when you're in a sale, if you haven't bought anything yet around the marketplace, you're asking that seller for their code. So it might benefit you in your host notes to put your code for $5 off your first purchase of $10 or more. And everybody has a code. So here, let me show you guys real quick. So these are our new members. And you can see, like, over Christmas, it was just kind of like, this was my table sale on Sunday night. And this was my table sale last night. So this is why I'm doing these sales every single day. And not only that, but when I have these sales, it's bringing up everybody else's sales. So it's not just me. I'll scroll up. I'll give you guys the peek. So it's bringing up the average sales. And look, it's bringing up our numbers here as well. So the entire marketplace is benefiting. The entire marketplace. So I hear a lot where people are like, oh, you're stealing all the people in the marketplace. They're not going to the other sales. But they are. It's bringing people in. They're shopping around. And so this is why I do it. This is why I do it. I'm pretty sure this was also, and this was also. I mean, you can check. What date was this? December 22nd. And December 18th. I think that was also a table sale. So, I mean, that's why I'm doing it. I don't want anyone to think that I'm trying to, like, overshadow their sales or what's going on, but I'm trying to bring people in. I'm trying to, like, hey, come on over to Niknax. Come on, spread the love. That's what I'm trying to do. I know I love numbers too. I'm all about it. That's why I wanted to share it, because I'm like, look at these numbers. These are so good. So I think I'm going to have another table sale later tonight. So if you guys want to schedule a sale and go live when I go live, it could be a good thing for everybody. All right. So let's talk about our event in January. We have an event coming up in January. We are going to be doing we're doing Valentine's Day. Did I see your message? Is it at the end? Did I jump ahead? I did. Yes. The answer is yes. I did do that because I knew that we missed a few. Hang on. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Call me after. Okay. So, January, our event is going to be ready. I'm glad I like my shirt too. Are you ready? It's January 25th and 26th. The event is going to be Owl About Valentine's Day. You wear the same shirt. I feel like we're on the same level, Mary. We wear the same shirt a lot. The 25th and the 26th, it's Owl About Valentine's Day. I don't think it's that you couldn't hear me. I think that it sounds weird because I'm saying Owl About Valentine's Day. Yeah. So I've been hogging up all these owls and I'm looking for a way to get rid of them. And I'm like, owls and Valentine's Day together. Let's do it. So January 25th and 26th, we are going to do a mix between the two. So you can bring your Valentine's Day, you can bring your red stuff, your pink stuff, your lovey-dovey stuff, your Valentine's Day stuff, and you can also bring your owls. So all the things, January 25th and 26th. Oh, Meet Your Maker is on the 25th. Oh, is it? Christina, is it on? Oh, we took our calendar down. I go to look at the calendar and it's on the 24th. Wait a second. Let me look at my calendar. I have the calendar of events right here. Well, listen, Christina said we were having coffee chat on Thursday, so I don't trust her dates anymore. Oh, shoot. Fourth Friday. Yeah, fourth Friday is the 24th. Yeah. I was like, wait. Oh, shoot. All right. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. We're all set. We're all set. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's next. Handmade Market, Meet Your Maker, Valentine's Day edition. That's literally her next note. That's literally. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, Christina. I didn't mean it. January 24th is Meet Your Maker, Valentine's Day edition. I've got it right here. It's in my notes. So that's going to be the Valentine. I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be awesome. So every fourth Friday, I had to think about it. Every fourth Friday, we do a handmade event here on Niknax, and we change the entire homepage over to all handmade to honor our artists here on the marketplace. And we usually host an event called Meet Your Maker, and our artists go on. They sometimes craft, they share their art. It's really fun. So that is going to be happening on January 24th, and it's going to be the Valentine's Day edition. So I think that'll be awesome. So hopefully you guys can join us. So it'll be like a whole weekend of Valentine's Day in January, gearing up for the actual Valentine's Day in February. I already showed the new calendar, so I'm going to skip that one. All right, I think that's it for. Oh wait, yeah, I think that's it for notes. Oh no, there was one more thing I wanted to talk about, and it's not in the notes. I talked about this a little bit last week. We have been discussing subscriptions for 2025. Subscriptions on Niknax. So I kind of teased a little bit last week, and I wanted to announce? I mean, no, I just wanted to let the cat out of the bag this week. Okay, so we are going to I'll let you know what we're gonna do. So we're going to be offering subscriptions coming up in 2025. As you guys know, we talked about doing webinars, like a seller webinar, like every quarter to like get with our sellers, and basically just talk about seller related stuff. We have the coffee chats that are mostly seller related, but our buyers are welcome to come and hang out with us and listen to all the stuff that goes on, because we like to be open and honest and come hang out. But we were going to do like quarterly seller meetings. So our sellers could have a private conversation with us if they wanted. So I had been looking into webinar software, and I talked about, Zoom is very expensive. And so I was looking into Vimeo. And I was looking into, what was the other one? There was another one, Zoho. And I was looking into all of these different like softwares, apps that we could host. Zoom, Google Meet. I was looking into all of these softwares where we could host this quarterly seller meeting. And I had this idea. To host webinars with our marketplace subject matter experts for our sellers, to give them the tools to succeed on the marketplace. So, this has kind of been in the works for a while. I know that there were other services just offered elsewhere. This has been something I've been brainstorming for a while. I've been searching around, looking for the right software to offer it, because I want to make sure that when we go forward with this, we have all the tools to offer it, to make sure it is successful. But it would be probably 4 or 5 webinars a month that we would offer, for obviously from different subject matter experts around the marketplace. And when I say that, I mean, like, obviously we have a lot of sellers on the marketplace, and different sellers have, different strengths. Sorry, I'm going over to Facebook real quick. Our different sellers have different strengths. One sec. There we go. I think I got it. Oh, you got it? Okay, cool. Okay, so we have different sellers with different strengths. I mean, yeah, some strengths overlap, but, for instance, I could offer a webinar on social media marketing. I have other strengths, but that's something I'm very passionate about, and I would love to share different aspects of how to grow your social media presence, how to promote your reselling. We have sellers who are very strong with Buy It Now, listing consistently, doing Buy It Now listings. So they could host a webinar on, here is the best practices of Buy It Now listings. We have sellers who are just nailing it with spontaneous just auction unboxings. And they would do an awesome job talking about selling volume, getting moving fast, and the best practices of doing that. So there's all sorts of, shipping. Yes. So what we would want to do is we would want to set up multiple webinars a month that our sellers could participate in. So that's kind of what we were thinking of offering in 2025. We have been kind of brainstorming options for buyers. If we could offer any subscriptions on a buyer level. but I don't really have anything at the moment. One thing that was really important to me is not setting up a paywall. I don't want anyone to feel like they're missing out on anything that they've already had available to them. And that's why I've held off on subscriptions. Like I didn't want to like set up a paywall. Like, oh, you've had this for so long and now you have to pay for it. I didn't want to do that. So that's why I haven't done subscriptions. I've had no interest in really offering subscriptions, but I think this is an option that, I mean, you weren't really having this before, so now it's an option that if you would like to pay for it, you can have this option. And if you are paying for it, what you're paying is going to help pay for the subject experts. It's help paying for the software because, as I let you guys know, the software is not cheap. And yeah, so that's kind of what we were talking about going into 2025 is offering these subscriptions to help our sellers. And if you don't want to do it, that's fine too. You're not going to be obligated to do it. But I mean, I think it would help our sellers who would like to be a lot more serious, like really just go for it. But if you're just like hanging out, just having a good time, selling here or there, like it might not be for you. So yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about, what we want to do going into 2025. And so yeah, education. That's exactly right. Education. It's going to be educational. That's what we were talking about. So I've compiled a bit of a list of people, with different expertise, because I watch. So I have a list. I have lots of lists. I have a list of different sellers who I recognize for being really good at certain things. Like this person is really good at this or this person, like just recognizing people's strengths. So yes, Andrew with coins and sports cards. He's really good at sports cards. That's been his new passion has been sports cards. So those sort of things. So I think, yeah, it would be like 4 or 5 webinars a month. And so I don't know. I'm still thinking about other options to offer because we have the ability to do tiered subscriptions. And really all I have is like the option. So that would be tier 1 would be the webinars. And then tier 2 would be Q&A. So you would have the option to do Q&A with these subject matter experts. So it would be like a more intimate Q&A, asking like questions, getting feedback on certain things. So that would be the next level. Yeah. Oh yeah. I would still, that's what I mean. I would still do all the things that I already do. I would still do coffee chat. I would still do the seller, because we're going to do the seller thing, we still do seller webinars like quarterly, like we had talked about. But it would be in addition to. Yeah, if buyers wanted to sign up, they could. But I don't think it would benefit buyers to sign up for courses like how to source or how to sell volume, that sort of thing. It would be a monthly fee. Yep, it would be a monthly fee. Yeah, it would be monthly. And it would be probably like 4 or 5 webinars that we would set up and schedule. I know, as a buyer, it would be a big yawn. You'd be like, this is so lame. This would be so lame. Yeah. So we'd schedule them all in advance. We'd have like the whole month built out. These are the webinars we're having this month. It would all be scheduled. At my old job, back when I worked in corporate for 10 years, one of my jobs, well, I did a few different jobs while I was there, but one of them was organizing and working on webinars. So I did that. And I don't know. I think we can make it happen. It would not be yearly. It would be monthly. It would be month by month. It would be a month by month. I don't know if district offers yearly. I think it's a month by month. No, I think it's monthly. I think it's like a monthly thing that you could cancel if you're like, this isn't benefiting me. I'm going to cancel. Oh, they do yearly. Oh, I did not know that. I didn't know that. Okay, well, they do yearly too. See, I'm not signed up for any, so I don't know. Oh, for what? Yeah, I mean, as far as like buyer subscriptions, is that what you mean? Um, yes, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I would be totally open to doing a webinar on like social media stuff and growing, a social media presence and stuff. I mean, I live for that. I love it. I love building brands. It's so much fun. I've done it a few times. Oh man. Give me one sec. Gosh. You can tell we've been on a while. Yeah, so that's one thing I was also thinking about. I didn't know. So also wanted to propose this to you guys. Would you want to do it as a subscription, or would you prefer to do it as like a one-off? So like, like you can purchase like buy it nows. Would you prefer to like, we're offering this webinar. Would you want to buy the webinar? Like, okay, I'm going to buy this webinar. Like, and then you could sign up for that webinar. Because that was the other option. And I had to think that through and how we would do that. But that's the other option. Like, I just have to think through the logistics of it. Okay. To pick and choose. Maybe both. I mean, I wonder if we could do both. Like, you could buy into just one, or you could subscribe and you could get all, like, yeah, maybe that's an option. Okay. All right. I'm going to think this through. I'm going to think of how we can do it. I just have to think. Like, we're limited in our tools with district at the moment. They're still building out our toolbox. And so I have to think of how to utilize the tools we have to make it happen. So that's all. I just have to think that through. Oh, hey, Gunner. Hey, buddy. Hey, puppy. What are you doing? Puppy. Everyone's like, puppy. Hi, puppy. Want to say hi? Oh, mommy's going to be mad if you jump. Okay, so for 5 webinars, we were thinking $100 to cover 5 webinars. So how much would that work out to? $20 a webinar. Okay, I blocked it. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if, yeah. It would be per month because you get access to all 5 webinars. But my thought about that would be that, what if you don't want to go? Like, what if you're not interested in like one of the subjects? That was what I was in the back of my head. I was like, I don't know. Because what if you're like sign up and you're like, I'm not interested in like 3 of those webinars and I only want to go to 2. Like, I don't know. That's what I was thinking through. I was like, okay, well, is this, yes. Yeah, we would have it stored. Yeah, so some of the softwares I was looking at, they have storage. So you could kind of like, you could rewatch. I think Vimeo had like insane storage, but I haven't talked to them yet. Everyone's out for the holidays. Everyone's out for the holidays. So like, they're like, we're not back until like January 12th. And I'm like, why don't you guys work? It's too many for me to keep up with. Yeah, okay, all right. So maybe like a little bit of each. Yeah, so pay per or all for a little discount. I like the way you think. A live on Facebook page. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't know how that would work. I don't know. See, here's my philosophy. And I was talking to Jennifer a little bit about this last night. Is like, I have Facebook, I have YouTube, I don't like having everything, all my eggs in one basket. Like, I would prefer to spread this out into like Vimeo or somewhere else, because like, what if Facebook goes down and then we don't have it, like, so I want to put this on a different island. like so that we have it on a different island. Because what if Facebook breaks, or like what if YouTube breaks, or like I don't want it. I want it over here. I want it on this. You would be out. Would you be in if it was per? Oh my gosh, here, I gotta do this. Hang on, guys. Edit audience. I gotta switch this over. Who can comment on your post? That fix it? It's I should fix it. I think I fixed it. Doing people okay, all right. Well, I really appreciate the feedback. I mean, that's why I come to you guys with, like these things, because I appreciate you guys giving me the feedback, and then I can take it and like process, So yeah, that's kind of what we're thinking about. I know that some services were recently offered in other areas, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm working on similar things, and so there's an option on the table. Per webinar would be my choice. Okay. All right. I got it. I just have to think it through now. Just use Niknax like you're using it for this coffee shop. I'm not sure what you mean. Thanks, Jennifer. Sticker shock. Well, when I used to do webinars for the IT company, I think it was like they would charge like a couple $100 per webinar. Like, it was pretty intense. And then, I mean, obviously, you would pay to go. Well, no, not the webinars, but they would do in-person ones as well. But the webinars themselves were a few $100s. I mean, because you're learning, information and stuff from, and then you're furthering. So it's like you're investing in your own business. You're investing it, and hopefully you will reap the reward from learning. I mean, that's the idea. Like, you're investing, and then you're going to see the reward from it. Because if you don't see a reward from it, then what's the benefit? That's really what it is. That's what a webinar is supposed to do. If you're paying in, you should be seeing something back from it. Yeah, and it's a write-off. Right, it's a write-off. Yes, absolutely. All right, what time is it? Oh my gosh, it's 12 o'clock. Yes, corporate webinars are expensive. Absolutely. All right. Well, does anyone have any more questions? Build a box. I like that. What's for lunch? I don't know. I don't even know if I'm meeting with district at 12:30. I was just like, oh, I don't know if I'm having a meeting today. I haven't heard anything, so I have to figure that out. Like, I don't know. It's New Year's Eve. Apple pie. I was thinking of getting cheesecake for lunch. Am I? Christina, do you know that I am? Okay. That's good to know. Christina knows that I'm meeting with them. I don't know. Oh, your Tuesday meeting is happening. Okay, well, that answers that. I'm going to DoorDash some water for lunch. That sounds good. I might go live later. I talked about it last night. I might go live later today for a shop the table sale. If anyone would like to join me, we might do a little bit of that to celebrate the New Year's Eve. But other than that, I guess maybe I'll see you guys a little bit later. Oh, all right. I'll check on that, Junk Monkey. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. No decanters, no bongs. Thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody, and maybe I'll see you later. Maybe I won't. Canadian shipping is still turned off on the U.S. The U.S. is not shipping to Canada. It's a USPS thing because the Canadian shipping is so backlogged that USPS is not shipping to Canada. Yeah, they're so backlogged that we're still turned off. Like, we can't ship to Canada. Yeah, the FedEx apparently is very expensive though. Yeah, so we're just waiting, I guess. It's the USPS deal. Sign up for the owl train. I don't know if we have that. Yeah, check the Gazette. It'll be on Thursday. Thursday. Christina's saying Thursday. But she'll post information about that in the Gazette. But look over there on Thursday. I think that's it. All right, let's read over into Stacy. It's her birthday. Everybody say happy birthday. Give her a follow. All the things. Throw up some confetti. Maybe some birthday cakes. I'm sure there's like little birthday cake emojis and stuff. So let's go see Stacy. Here we go. Oh my gosh, she's not live. Wait a second. Did she already go live and end? What? Christina. Let's get right, Stacy. She's not live. Did she cancel? I was like ready. I was ready. I was like, oh, I mean, the table's not set up. I clean it up after every sale. I clean it up. I pick it up. I clean it up. I put it away. That's why I'm usually late, because I clean it up and then I put it out after every sale. I can't wait. I got a raid. Everybody's gonna ditch me. They're gonna be like, peace out. We're done. She was scheduled. I saw it. She was scheduled at 11:30. I was gonna raid her. I was excited. I'm like, it's her birthday. I know. I don't know. Maybe she decided to take off. She's celebrating her birthday. I get it. Oh, it's 12:30 now. Oh, okay. Well, shoot. Yes. Yeah, maybe we'll wait for Christina to come back, and if not, we'll read over into. Well, I don't know. Ladybug's got 28. Gretchen only has 6. You know my philosophy. She's rescheduled. Okay, we're gonna hop over to Gretchen. Ladybug has 28. So we're gonna hop on over to Gretchen because she only has 6, and I like to read over into sailors who have the least. So. Yeah, join Stacy later. It's her birthday. Make sure you say happy birthday. He's so cute. All right, let's go see Gretchen. Everybody say hi. It's not her birthday, but you can still post some birthday cake emojis if you want. Here we go. End stream and raid.